Hey guys, welcome back. We are working downstairs underneath the house again, and I'm going to kind of show you what I did. Some of this is temporary, and I'll kind of explain why. But this is the wall that I repointed last weekend. I put some pictures up on Instagram, and if you get in close, you'll notice it's not very pretty. It is very structurally sound, so I mixed it properly, and you could put other layers over it, so I might do that. But you'll also notice one of the things I did, they have these kits. It's a dual cylinder system for doing spray foam, and I did it on just a quick layer through the top because I am going to put batting insulation through there, but I also did it pretty heavily in all the rim joists on the edges. Not sure if we're going to be able to get any real good pictures of that, but let's see. I got a flashlight. Let's see if we can see any of it. So you can kind of see back there. We got the rim joists, so gonna get all that air gap and stuff like that. But I had some extra in the kit, so I tried to get a little of this just to fill in some of the weird little major cracks that didn't need to be repaired for wood. And I would say you had to be properly ventilated. So I wore a long sleeve. I didn't wear one of the suits. I wore a long sleeve shirt. I did wear gloves, an N95 mask. It suggested you wear a respirator, but good luck trying to find one of those during COVID. But I was lucky enough I still have some N95 masks, and that did seem to work, and I just kept the area ventilated down here, which is kind of hard because it's an 8 foot by 8 foot room. But one of the things I did, so this back here is that wooden wall that has to get removed. So I spray coated that, and it did get a little bit on the wall conjoining, so not a big deal. You can always knife cut that out if you wanted to. And over here is the area where we had all of the air gaps and stuff. I sprayed that in, and the main reason is it will seal it for the winter. And if I'm honest, I originally wasn't supposed to be out of town all week working, and it's been kind of hit and miss, but I've been on the road a lot, and it makes it so that I don't have as much time to do this stuff like after work like originally was in the plan. And I'm got about 4 weeks still I have to have my kitchen done for appliances we ordered to be delivered. So I have to get that floor done. The main reason we're doing under here is to get things fixed for the kitchen floor above. So I am going to try and put all of the batting insulation in today for what I have. I hope I have enough. If not, I'll have to run and I'll finish it up next week, but at least there is a layer of spray foam in here. That should give us the ability to at least have the insulation back up. And then there's still a bunch of huge rocks down here, and that's because in the area like up here, I am not gonna just board all this off. I'm gonna actually build the wall back up with mortar and seal this back in properly, along with some of like the big gaps over here. So those things are actually, I'm gonna properly just rebuild the wall back up. So there's an actual foundation wall that goes back up the way it should go. And then we're gonna kind of go from there. So the major problem I'm running into is it has to be at least 50 degrees for even overnight for the masonry products to cure properly. And we are getting into October now, and it's starting to get cold. And I don't think I'm going to get to this entire room before the temperatures get to the point where I can leave it and actually have it cure properly. Hopefully in the next couple weeks we can. But it's kind of hit and miss with the weather. So I had to fix that wall over there at least, because even if I have to rip it all out next year, I'd rather that as opposed to having mice in my house all winter. So we're going to work on getting the batting insulation in. I'll try to take another short video afterwards. If I have the ability on my phone to combine the two, I will. If not, I'll just post a second video for you guys. But I want to at least try to get the batting in. And then a lot of this overspray you see, like, that spray system's kind of messy. I'll just clean that up. It's just not a priority right now. This is not a big fancy room yet, so one of the nice things about having the dirt floor and all that stuff that I have to remove and all that, so I don't have to be as tidy as I'm spraying. If a little overspray hits the floor, it's not a big deal. Even the insulation that got some around the water heater, most of that's probably getting replaced, so not a huge concern there. And then even this wall here, They got a little bit on it of the new stone. The stone is structurally sound, so I'm not worried about that. It'll keep too much extra moisture from getting in, and it already had a week to cure before it got sprayed, because I sprayed the insulation yesterday, so it's already cured for a week. So it's strong and solid, and I don't have to worry about it not being able to cure because of water and all that from the foam stopping it. So that's where we're at right now. This room still is kind of a mess because I still have the stones on the floor because we're using them, and they're heavy. I'm not going to haul them out of here and go up the stairs just to bring them back later. So it'll be down here until I get the wall finished, and then whatever's left we'll take out back, because I'm also in the process of trying to finish the kitchen, do this, and then I also have an area in the back of my house for parking that is just kind of dirt and weeds. So I sprayed all that out so I can get it to kill, and I'm going to try and possibly, I don't know what's going to happen right now, but I'm going to possibly try and get a load of gravel brought in. I looked at doing a garage. It's just more money than we can afford to put out right now. I looked into doing just a concrete slab, but you know, why do that unless I can do a garage in the future? And we're not sure we're going to put a garage in this house. You know, we do want a larger house at some point, so we're having some fun in this house and doing some projects and teaching ourselves some stuff. But the goal is eventually to either keep this one and keep it as a rental as we move on to a larger family home for us and our family, or sell it and move on to something else. So that is another thing we might be doing. So, you know, as we get closer to 18 months from now, we got to make sure all the projects that we're, you know, having fun with and playing around with are done, in case we decide to sell the house and kind of move on to the next goal. So that keep you guys up to date as we're going. But all of this stuff, like this insulation kit, did 200 board feet after tax, about $350. You can buy it at any of the local stores. And it actually worked pretty well. You do have to make sure it's at proper temperature. So it had to be at least 70 degrees. I left it in the house for the week. And then you just shake the holy hell out of it and make sure they're opened up to the same. And it did take a little bit learning how to use the nozzle systems properly. But once we got that done, it was fine. So try to adjust the lighting there so I don't look like super bright. But yeah, we're going to keep going down here, and then I'll try to take some pictures and put them online and share the videos as we kind of go, let you guys kind of know how it's going. But this should at least fix the mice issues. Just what we've done already should keep all the mice out this winter. I'd love to get some more of the air draft and things like that, but just not having the mice in my floors and on my walls is worth every dollar I've spent. So hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for following along. Okay guys, second video for the day. I'm going to try and combine this with another one, but if it doesn't work, it'll just come out as another part of this. So I was able to get, in the last video, we went over the spray foam insulation into the joist and all that, and I was putting up the batting insulation in here. We used to have an R21 down here, and I had to pull it out for the mice poop and all that stuff, and kind of closing the holes for the mice coming into the house. And then I went through today and put new batting insulation through the ceiling here. So the floor joists down here on the end are foam insulated, and then I put the batting up top. I don't know, so that right there is our main water line, which we have to have heat tape on during the winter to make it so the pipes don't freeze, which is kind of a pain in the ass. So I'm gonna hopefully get this place insulated enough so it doesn't need that, because if the heat tape's on, I have part of it running under there. I'm gonna have to pull it out. The heat tape can't be near the insulation, but I threw it up there for now to see if I can get the room at a certain temperature, because I'm gonna have to put it on. I can just pull that down real quick, pull a couple staples out, and then kind of move the water line and then put it back. It's not a big deal. So we're getting to the point where we're gonna call it a night, and then next weekend I'm either gonna do the flooring in the kitchen, which I'll maybe put some videos on, or I'm gonna do this wall here for repointing. Yeah, it depends on what we have time-wise. But it's kind of where we're at right now in this room down here. Obviously, we still need to do the cement floor here, but that's probably not going to happen until spring. I don't think I'm going to have temperatures in here. It's going to allow me to cure concrete properly by the time I can actually get to that project. So we're probably looking at this part's at least done. So insulation down here is done until I remove those walls and then have to redo it, because I'm going to have to dig down my entire yard. I mean, we're at least 6 feet down underground, maybe only 5, but you know, it's a lot of dirt to have to remove to get down there, and having to put some cinder block foundation stones in there and rebar and get it all stabilized, and then getting it leveled on top of some of the stone that's here. You know, it's not the easiest thing in the world. I don't know if we're gonna have time for that as we get close to winter, but figured I'd keep you guys up to date. New insulation is in. You can get like a hammer tack, like nailer, stapler. I just use one of these. It is a pain in the butt on the hands. It'll make you sore, but I don't know, spending an extra 20-30 bucks on something that I already have just didn't seem to make a lot of sense. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Everything's kind of at a certain point where we're gonna put it off for the weekend. I'm gonna try and eat, get some sleep before I start work tomorrow, and so does the wife. So spend a little time with my son. It's always fun hanging out with a 3-month-old. And get some shower and hang out with him. So thanks for following along, guys. Bye.